So, today,
Hi everyone!
we
Hi,
will
hi.
play Dark Knights. It's the third time, right? Did I? Yeah. I was like, is it? Oh, sorry. I was like, is it like. Oh! Oh! My game just stopped by itself. Like, I did not think. So, I was saying, yeah, we'll play Dark Knight in the third time. We have taken the Sachiro way, and we didn't have finished yet, right? Yeah, it was the 14th day. Yeah. Today, I hope we'll have a longer stream than last week, right? So yeah. Sorry, I'm late, but I'm often late, and I couldn't do I couldn't do I had to do it like this. So sorry. Yeah. Sorry also. My brain is so slow today, so I don't really know what I will do. So yeah, let's continue the game. What were we doing? I don't remember. It's been a week. It's been a week. We play every Monday, and I don't know. Okay. Today we stream later than usually, but I'll see. Maybe it will be better at this hour. So yeah. Okay. After reaching my street, we notice a man with a gas mask standing on the other sidewalk. The fact that it is late and nobody else is around only makes the scene creepier. Yeah? I mean, it's already creepy to see a man with a gas mask standing on the other sidewalk during the night. I mean, during daytime it's not a big deal, but during nighttime, more problematic, you know. The man's iced teas, although 3, 2, 1, the man's icy stares makes me shiver, but I try to ignore him as I shuffle inside the house with Hachira. I think he's an exorcist. What makes you think that? He doesn't look like a policeman or detective. He must seen that job listing in town. Even if ghosts were real, he would obviously be better off searching the temple in the wood. Oh yeah. Now I remember. So we just came back from the temple in the wood, right? That is a weird place, but really interesting. And I think Sachiro is the murderer. That's why this is the title of the stream. And I think Sachiro is the murderer, and that a lot of weird things happening in town. Besides Sachiro being a murderer. Maybe it's not him, maybe, but you can say it's not, it's unlikely him, there is big chance, it's him. So okay, let's go. Even though I am trying to reassure him, Sachiro still looks flustered. Why are you trembling? Don't tell me you're scared of exorcists? Do you think ghosts are behind those murders? No, I think it's you. Why? The random questions bring me pause. It sounds silly, but in a way, it almost makes sense. There were no traces of the victims when they disappeared. They were all perfect crimes. If ghosts were really are involved, it will only make the investigations more difficult. How can you punish someone who isn't alive? Yeah, are you alive? Sachiro, are you alive? Oh my god, Sachiro is not alive. Maybe it's not that. Sachiro looks away from me, almost as if he is upset. I cannot help but wonder if he knows more about the crime than he is letting on. Before I can ask about it, he starts up the stairs. I'm a bit tired. Good night. Alright, we'll check those books later. Next day. I cannot pay attention in history class. My mind keeps wandering to Sachiro. Murders, exorcists, there's no proof of a link between them, so why does it feel so suspicious? Let me just check something. I don't know if you can hear me in double or not. So, why does it feel so... No, you can't hear me in double. That's great. Yep. Oh! The game. No. I closed the game. This time, I think it's me. I think I closed the game. I'm guilty on this. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm guilty on this. Am I? Am I really guilty on this? I don't know. Suddenly, I don't remember. Okay. So we have to... Yeah, sorry. We'll just click fast. Okay. Did you hear what Mr. Blanchett said? Yeah, totally. Jeez, were you sleeping again? You keep missing the important parts. He said we shouldn't go out after 9 p.m. I think she doesn't care. I think Ikuya that she doesn't care. We should maybe find something to convince her. I don't know. Why not? This main character, I find her sometimes so stupid. Why not? I don't know. Maybe because there is a murderer outside. Maybe. I don't say. Just think. You have one thing to do. They figure after that time there's a higher chance of encountering the murderer on the street. Yeah. 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 Thank you, Ikuya. I'll keep that in mind. No, you won't. I know you won't. Well, you're being unusually obedient. Aren't you going to fight against the injustice of this being imposed upon or something? Yeah, she will. Totally. Are you guys talking about that? Hey, Ryoji! Any news about the murders? I haven't heard anything new. No, Dad said it was hard to find clues when the culprit didn't leave any traces behind. That sounds so scary. I hope they get caught soon. Don't worry, my dad's team is the best in the village. Even though they're having a difficult time there, they will solve this case. I guess you're right. Your dad is just like these cool middle-aged detectives and crime dramas, so I believe in him. My mind is so busy that I cannot focus on the conversation at hand. I want to rush home and read through those journals I found at the temple already. After class, I remember that I have homework to do tomorrow, leaving me with no choice but to stop at the library. From the corner of my eye, I noticed someone trying to get a book from a top shelf. Is that little boy, that senior from last time? I walk over and pull down the book I think he's reaching for. Hey, is this the one you want? His emerald eyes widen with surprise. I expect him to ignore me, but he takes the book. Thank you! He flips open the cover as he sits on the floor. Are the library carpets really that comfortable? Well, whatever. The title of the boy's book catches my attention. It is the same one I read the last time I was here. Are you interested in the temple? Yeah, he replies absent-mindedly, not even looking at me. I wonder if he is still upset about the time I bumped into him. I decided to study here with him. I think that might be a good choice. Thinking I can keep him company, I take a seat next to him and riffle through my bag for my textbooks. I pick at the boy, but he does not seem bothered by my presence. Before long, he stands up and takes another book from the shelf, setting the previous one on a table. I cannot believe he read the entire thing in mere minutes. Did you want to read this too? He raises an eyebrow suspiciously. I suddenly realize I have been staring at him this entire time. I've already read it. Actually, I'm just wondering, are you here to research the legend of the Temple Guardian? He blinks in surprise. It seems like I hit the bull's eye. What do you know about it? Not much, to be honest. I read everything I could find on it here, and I managed to figure out that it was located near the forest. It's not even marked on modern maps. Oh. The boy sighed, leaning against the bookshelf and crossing his arms as he looks at me. You've already been there, haven't you? It sounds like you didn't learn anything from your visit to the temple. No. I would rather keep the journals I found between me and Sashira for now. Did you know that place is cursed? Really? Just kidding, I just wanted to see your reaction. That wasn't funny. What's your name, by the way? Kaichi Midoshima. But you can just call me Kaichi. Okay, Kaichi. Kaichi. We'll call him Kaichi. Okay. Why are you researching the temple? Because of the guardian spirit that resides there. Do you really believe there's a spirit? Kaichi fuzz palms. I think he's irritated at my asking until he smiles softly and lets out a chuckle. This word is smarter than most people realize. In that case, Mr. Know-it-all, what brings you to the library? Curtis nods before shrugging. I'm reading the books here, that's such a joke. You probably shouldn't bother with the other books. I doubt the rest of the collection is any better. I say that, but I did find the location of the temple thanks to the books here. And anyway, how would a kid like him know better? I'm done here. Next, I want to find out what the villagers know about the Guardian. The rumors are completely different from the truth. If you learn anything new about the legend, let me know. I'm usually here every weekday. Okay. I think he's really important. I think it's a good thing that I to do with him. When I get home from school on Fridays, Sachiro welcomes me with a homemade meal. It seems he learns how to cook. I am happy he cooked for me. I'm tired from all the studying today. I've never heard of this recipe, but it's good. Why'd you learn to cook like this? I vaguely remember watching someone make it a lot, but this is my first time trying it myself. Plus, I learned a lot just by watching you cook. Is the memory returning then? Just bits and pieces. For some reason, I can only remember the dish itself. I never expected cooking would help you recover. Yeah, strange, isn't it? I didn't think his amnesia would actually get better at this point, but I guess I gave up too early. I'm glad. When you recover your memories, what will you do? It depends. It depends, Paul. It depends. Are you worried there might be things you're better off forgetting forever? I don't know, but even the bad memories made me who I am today. Why would I want to forget any of it? Not really, because what made you what you are today that you have forgotten everything. Yeah. Your memories made the you from the past and a little bit the you from today, but it's not really the you from today because but a little bit because okay, sorry. Me thinking too much. I often think too much. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Without them, I'm forced to start over. I feel like I'm trying to make a dish I know the flavor of, but don't have the key ingredients for. What? That's a great beginning, isn't it? I still remember some things, but I don't know how they connect. I guess I should be thankful I at least have these pieces though. At least I can trust who I am now. Well, if I were you, I suppose I'd be curious about my past too. Right? I can sit inside my future, so it's not like my past will chain me down. And if it is sad, I'll just have to forge a brighter future. Yeah, I think you could see it all like this. I really hope everything works out for Sachiro. I can't even imagine how he feels. After I clear the table, I head to my bedroom. I finally have time to read the journals we found in the temple. Let's read this one first. I take a small book from the top file and carefully open it. The pages are filled with messy handwriting. Despite having to guess what some of the words are, I can generally understand what is being said. As I suspected, these are diaries from the residents of the temple. The years are missing, but the date and time of each entry is recorded. After inspecting the book, I found the year and month noted on the back side. Apparently, they keep one book per month. This one is from March. I am shocked. To have found something so valuable, these are first-hand accounts of the past. I wonder if I should donate the journals to the library afterwards. July 9th, 3 p.m. The weather is cold and a few stray clouds pass the temple. My gut tells me it will rain soon. Today I am on cleaning duty. The villagers are still bringing offerings, although not as often as they used to. I am keeping this diary to record my observations. I think that mysterious power is at work. I must get to the bottom of things before it's too late. I wonder if the guardian's still protecting this village. July the 10th, 1 p.m. It has been raining all day. The grey sky is depressing. Today, I am on duty again. A few of the other monks quit, so I have to work harder. They told me... What? I don't know what happened. Am I always lying? I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. Let me just what happened. Okay. I think just I don't know. Okay. Is that stream is okay and my PC is okay? Okay, I'm okay. Let me just do something. It told me the temple no longer had any meaning to them. They're not understand what changed. July the 14th, 6 a.m. Yesterday, a villager was murdered. Her body was found in a terrible state. Words cannot even describe it. The temple records hold no mention of such heinous crimes happening in the past. What changed? July the 16th, 4 p.m. One of my brothers abandoned the temple today. Those of us who remain have taken up their duties, but each of us is performing the work of 3 men. This cannot continue for long. A couple passed by this morning and told me I should abandon the temple. They said bad things were happening in the village, and despite their offerings, the guardian would not respond to their prayers. They told me they believed the guardian had left the temple. I refused to listen to them, and they took their leave. At least, there are still people bringing offerings, people who still have faith in the guardian. July the 20th, 12 a.m. It has been a few weeks since I last worked in this diary. My parents fell ill, and I had to take care of them. So many things have happened over the past week. Another murder occurred at the hospital. The victim was both a scientist and doctor. An unfortunate loss. Sorry. Is it happening what is happening now? I think in the diary she tells what is happening right now in the city the main character is living on. Why would someone who saves lives be killed? This cannot be the work of a human. Another monk told me he saw strange things happening around the temple. I could not describe them in words, so I will have to witness them with my own eyes. It is midnight right now. I lit no lantern to write this down. I know, I should be sleeping, but I need to do this for my own peace of mind. I heard chains clattering within the temple, but we came nothing like that here. When I took a look around, I did not see anything. I figured my fear had gotten the better of me. As I prepared to sleep, I heard crying outside, but I was alone. Is it possible that I'm starting to hear things? July 28th, 4 a.m. I was switched to night duty because all of the offerings were stolen sometime between Wednesday evening and Thursday morning. The guardian must be furious. We cannot let this happen again. We must find the thief. Fortunately, nothing happened during my shift. July 29th, 6 a.m. Today is my day off. A few outsiders went missing while on a trip to the forest. This is the first time anyone has gotten lost in the forest. The demon must have been annoyed that his land was trespassed. Yeah, it's exactly what is happening. Ever since the villager heard the donation was stolen, no one has come to the temple. I hear they are losing faith in the guardian. Dear guardian, what can I do for you? Why must the village suffer like this? Out of sheer fear, everyone has become suspicious of one another. However, it is the same feeling that has already caused one death. The woman who was killed several weeks ago was apparently attacked by her neighbor. He saw her leaving her home more often than usual and became suspicious of her. Apparently, he intended to question her about it. The argument turned violent. He claims he killed the woman in self-defense. Personally, do not trust his words. What was done to her corpse was far beyond self-defense. This is not justice, I will. Unfortunately, the words become illegible after this page. It seems like the author wrote everything in a rush. in a rush. I wonder if he ever uncovered the truth. Come in.
Are you reading the journals of we found?
Oh, do you want to take a look as well?
I'm curious, huh?
So far, I've only gotten through this one. I wanted to read it to the end, but the last few pages are too messy to be legible. Zachiro tilts his head and gazes at the notebook. With his eyes narrowed, he tries to read it.
But oh
No, something.
what are those girly scribbles? Ah, the ones are too messy for me to understand.
There's still 10 other books, so we can skip that one. I take the black covered book from the top of the pile and flip through it. It's about the Guardian's diary, which is even more interesting than the journal. I think the journal is pretty interesting. Like, it's literally what the village is living right now. So why? It's just thinking it's not that interesting. How were sure the Guardian resided there? Zachiro silently sits beside me reading along. I never realized history could be so interesting. It's too bad nobody performed this ritual or hold festivals anymore. Zachiro, do you think the Guardian they refer to is actually a spirit? The boy scratches his head, still staring at the book.
Well, from what I know, spirits are supposed to be evil. Why would one protect the village?
Every world has exceptions. Anyway, didn't you say you got lost in the temple once? Did you go there before we went together?
I remember searching the first few rooms, but I didn't go further since I was only there by accident.
I get the feeling there's some sort of secret hidden there.
You say the place was abandoned, right? I don't think there's a spirit living there anymore.
I mean, a different kind of secret. Before I can continue, the doorbell rings. Startling Zachiro and me, I cannot guess who would visit so late at night. Don't answer. Stay in your room. Turn off all the lights. Hide somewhere. I don't know. Don't. I hide downstairs and look through the peephole. She's too courageous. Actually. What the gas mask guy? Don't answer. Just go hide under your bed. I don't know. Don't open it. What in the world he's doing here? It was creepy enough when he just saw at the house from a distance. If he wanted to hurt us, he would have broken in a long time ago. Still, he don't want to leave traces. So no, he won't break your house. The best way to leave traces. You just have to think. You have one job. Out of curiosity, I opened the door and tried to keep myself calm. I tried to keep myself calm with you, and it's really hard, you know? Hello, can I help you? Our eyes immediately match, the piercing gaze bringing me close. In contrast, his speech is monotone. You live here alone? Caught off guard, a slowly nod. Can I take a look inside your house? No, why would I let you do that? Because you open him, so maybe you will let him go inside your house? I don't know, it's just hypothesis, but it's really likely. If that's all, please excuse me. Please, sir, do you know personal space? I need it right now. I stare him down, grabbing the door to slam it closed, but he straightens his arm to stop it from latching closed. I said no. Could you step back?
it won't take long. Who the heck are you? Jane, I'm a professional investigator. Okay, Jane. Well, there aren't any ghosts in this house with me, so bye. Ghosts? What, you're not an exorcist pretending to be a PI? Even if you were with law enforcement, you couldn't try to force your way into someone's house. You would need a warrant for that. I did not catch him off guard. Rather, he tries to force himself inside the house. My strength is not much for his, so I look for something to whack him with. The moment I shift my attention, I lose my balance and I am pushed aside. Jane takes the opportunity to dash inside. Wait, hey! Glances around the living room. For someone who was so forceful a moment ago, he's acting awfully calm. His behavior is nothing short of confusing. He's searching Sachiro, right? I don't think he wants us dead. I just think he's searching Sachiro. If I can grab his sleeve, he starts up the steps. Hey, you can just butt into people's houses. Get out of here. Why you hopping to him first? You were the first one to do a stupid thing. Stay calm. I yell and chase after him, but he ignores me as if I am a leaf in the wind. Hey, I knew someone else was here. Got you. Ah, let me go. Just bear with it. What are you doing? Wait. No, this hurts. Shut up and stop struggling. Oh. I rush to my room to find Jane holding Sachiro up by the arm while trying to tie him up. The boy is flailing and kicking the man to no avail. Hey, don't hurt Sachiro. Who's really hurting you? Keep still, you. What are you trying to do with him? I'm taking in a suspect. What are you talking about? Suspecting what? Really, the main character is so dumb. Like, really? Like, I don't know. Maybe it come back at the time of murders, multiple ones, with shoes with a lot of blood on it. So, yeah. And it was always near the murder scene. So, he is a suspect. Remember the beginning? You thought he was a suspect. Remember? The murder cases. I've done my research, and this kid isn't from around here. He isn't even registered as a student. I've been following him for a while, and he visits a lot of areas that have been linked to the crimes. If you want proof, you can go to the police yourself. See? He's the only one thinking there. He's the only one. The only one with a brain. I mean no sense. There's no use in telling me that. When the blood test comes out positive, we'll have solid proof of your guilt. Jane's accusations confuse me. Was Sachiro really at the location of the murders? In reply, what do? I do nothing. I would do nothing because I think he's guilty. Sorry, Sachiro, I really think you're guilty. Since the start. Sorry, not sorry. Do nothing. Watch and say didn't make sense. Yeah? Sachiro, this test might show the truth. Sachiro is resisting a little, but Jane is still too aggressive. I could not live with myself if Jane actually hurt him while I did nothing. Why? Why is she like that? Why? I jump behind the man and grab his arm, just like his grip on my friend. Stay out of this. While Jane is preoccupied with me, Sachiro slips free and escapes. Sachiro stumbles toward the door. Chen tries to prevent the boy's escape but only managed to grab his shirt. He escapes in the night. Chen turns to me, his glare saying he has to hold himself back to stop from killing me. He escaped. The man cracks his fingers before saying exasperatedly, "Thank you! Thank you! I don't remember your name, but you're thinking, and that's great." "Hey, you. Have a name. Thank you." "Whatever. Just forget what you saw today." "No, I want an explanation. What the..." "It's nothing a civilian like you needs to be concerned about. Pretend you haven't seen anything. Don't get involved anymore." "Look, just because Sachiro isn't a student, it doesn't mean he's a link to those crimes. He's sweet and innocent." "Someone sweet? He's not innocent all the time, you know?" Yeah. It's not because you're sweet that you are innocent. All innocent were one time sweet in their life. When they were children, you know. So, you can say that. Obviously, he won't be aggressive. He doesn't want to be shown as guilty, so... Shen nods as he casually sits himself on my couch. "If I tell you the truth, will you let me handle this?" I roll my eyes and sit opposite him. We stew in silence for a long moment. The tension is so thick it could be cut with a knife. That boy is a spirit in disguise. I knew it! I knew it! Sachiro? Don't joke like that. We both saw him, didn't we? Yeah? That's why? Everyone knows ghosts and spirits are invisible. Is she stupid or... is she really trying? I wonder myself, is she really trying? I wonder myself, I wonder. The man stares on me silently. Does not seem like the type of person to kid around. Nor does it seem like he has lost his mind. Though he claims to be an investigator of some sort, he does not dress or act like one. Beyond that, he believes in apparitions. How did Sachiro even get on your radar? I've lived in this village my entire life. Like you, it's easy to notice even the smallest of changes in this place. I don't know. Do I see him more with a speedy voice or really not speedy voice? I don't know. Slow voice or speedy? Oh, that's hard. I've never seen you around before, though. I'm part of the elite class. Most of us go to school at night. We all have our own circumstances. My eyes wait, what? 3, 2, 1. My eyes widen in surprise. It is rare to meet a student from the class, much less speak with one. I have to restrain myself from asking questions about it. Right, the class that's famous for slacking off. Interpret it however you want. I didn't come to the conclusion that boy was a spirit by myself. Koichi and I both suspected the culprit lived in the neighborhood. Believe it or not, you were at the top of his list of suspects. You are a student, so you only have free time at night, and on the weekends. You live alone, so you're unlikely to have any alibis for the crimes. Furthermore, all of the murders happen in this area. Sure, it might not mean anything, but who knows? The most damning thing, though, you keep leaving your house when all the other kids are asleep. Hey, don't call me a kid! I can't deny anything you've said, but your suspicion is misplaced. I don't even have a motive to kidnap or murder people. Some people don't have motive to kidnap or murder people, they just do it because they enjoy it. People told you to not leave your house, so why you didn't do what they told you to do? Of course, nobody does. Anyway, how do you know all of that? Are you a stalker or something? As I said, I wasn't the one who suspected you. You'll have to ask Kaichi if you want to find out. Kaichi seems like a decent person when we met in the library. I couldn't believe he was deceiving me. But I personally doubt a frail girl like you could have killed so many people without at least a few scratches. Especially considering that most of the victims seemed capable of taking care of themselves. I decided not to respond to his insults. I would rather he not think I actually have the capacity for murder. I think it's not an insult when someone told you can murder people. Yeah, great, I can murder them, but do I want to murder them? No. So I think it's kind of great, isn't it? Really? The main character, it's an insult. You just told me I can't murder people. I can't believe it. I can murder people. No, it's okay. It's okay. In the end, I asked Kaichi to investigate the haunted house. Wait, you know where it is? It was only another name for the temple. I suspected as much when I saw the white-haired kid snooping around there a few times. At each of the crime scenes, a single charm was found, and the patterns on there were identical to ones found in the temple. That kid was the only person I saw going there frequently enough to copy them. I really never suspected anything. Yeah, every time he speaks, even when he doesn't speak, I suspect him all the time. I must admit Sachiro has acted strange a few times, but that was only because he was confused. So, what you're saying is that Sachiro used to live in this temple and is leading a secret life as a monk, and that he uses charms to kill people. You aren't taking this seriously. Am I supposed to? You're being ridiculous. I mean, it's possible Sachiro is involved in the crime, but it may be unwillingly. For now, this is only a theory. It doesn't matter whether you believe me or not. Like I said before, you don't need to be involved in this. Mind your own business and stop playing devil's advocate. Although I cannot believe Chain's word, there is something odd about Sachiro. How did you two meet anyway? It was just a coincidence. I bumped into him at the park. I've been trying to track down that kid since the first murder came to light. Who knew he was hiding here all this time? It's not like that. If you run into the kid again, let me know. I live a street down, that's number 999. Oh, so that's how you knew. I kept leaving the house. I do not want Sachiro to get arrested by the police. Might be able to help him figure out what happens. Chen glances at his watch and stands up. Before he walks out the door, I blurt out a question. Why do you always wear a gas mask? Do you work in the sewers or something? Chen pauses before slowly turning towards me. He deliberately touches his mask as he begins to speak. I'm just tired of the smell of death. A chill runs down my spine when I process his words. If he's been investigating the crime scene, I can't imagine. Chen has figured out something I don't know. I can try believing him this time. Sachiro's identity has been a mystery. For all I know, he could be one of these priests or monks. Once Jane is finally gone, I retreat to my room, hoping the journals will give me answers. A few days have passed, but Sachiro has not returned. I become increasingly worried about him.
Young girl, daydreaming about your crush again?
Startled, I look up. Mikuya has her hand on my shoulder. That's true, she believes he has a crush on me. That's true, I've forgotten that. It's break time already.
You've avoided my question long enough. What are you thinking about?
The Sandman, I was just about to doze off.
Right. Have you seen any eye candy lately?
Nah, none. I'm interested in anyway. So, why do you keep asking me about boys? It's not like you're any less single than I am.
You seem so spacey, Lily. You awake more than normal in class. I forgot something. Or maybe someone must be bothering you.
Sorry to worry you, it's just... The mothers have me restless. Yoji haven't even asked me to keep an eye out for suspicious people, but I can't help him.
Why don't we get my brother in on this?
Would he have time for it? I don't even see him at school nowadays.
He does anything I ask, don't even worry.
Hey guys. Hey Yuji, heard anything new about the cases? Not really, no. It's tough to get solid evidence on the ghost. This is probably a weird question, but is there anyone named Kaichi or Chain on your dad's team? Yeah, I think I've heard of both. They don't work with the main force, I haven't met them. Chen said he found charms at the crime scenes. Has he not told the main force? I should ask around about Chen and Kaichi a bit more. They're supposed to be students here, so someone has to know something. The teacher steps out the door to speak with the police, so I take the opportunity to sit with my friends. I mean, the girl we play is pretty. Well, all her friends are beautiful. The main character is beautiful. Like, the picture is great, everything. But she is stupid. I don't know about her. We don't really know anything about her, to be honest. And he is so intelligent. Now I'm so stupid. Like, I can't, guys. She not even have the thing. She doesn't have the sixth sense. She doesn't feel anything. Ikuya is focused on reading her textbooks, while Yoji is skimming through his. I ask a question once it looks like they have both finished. What is the chapter about? Give me a summary. Okay, don't be so lazy. If you want your grades to improve, you need to put in the effort. I just can't focus right now. We're learning about all local customs and rituals, for instance. Yeah, you shouldn't spoil her so much.
And do whatever the heck I want, Lyoji. You ain't the boss of me.
I messed up the voice, sorry. Ikuya's face is abruptly overtaken by a dark expression.
Yoji, I know you're skeptic, but don't you think it'd be interesting if spirits really were roaming around the village?
The textbooks say there were evil spirits. The villagers did their best to keep them away, but... Anyway, if they were real interesting than the word I'd use.
It's a good thing the temple guardian was there to protect us.
Sure, but it disappeared. I must say the guardian abandoned the village.
Did something scare them away?
I don't think so. That reminds me, I've heard rumors of a temple in the forest that's supposedly not marked on any maps. Maybe the same one mentioned in the legends. Feel goosebumps when Lyoji mentions it. I explored that place with Tachira not long ago. Should I tell Yoji and Nikuya that I've already been there?
Oh, a mysterious temple filled with spirits. I'd love to see it.
I thought you were scared of haunted places.
This is different. Sure, it's so scary, but I really want to meet the Guardian. I believe it's a good spirit.
I'm sure it's abandoned by now. You wouldn't find anything.
So what? I'll bring an offering, and maybe the Guardian will come back.
If it were that easy, the monks would have done that themselves. This might sound weird coming from me, but do you think spirits can disguise themselves as people? Huh?
Are you saying there are supernatural creatures in the village?
I don't understand the concept well myself. I've just heard a few rumors.
So I'm not the only one.
What kind of rumors did you hear, Ikuya?
I don't know if you'll believe me. I always come up with the craziest stories, don't I? Craziest stories.
I don't know if I pronounce this right, if I pronounce every syllable. English is hard, sorry. I'll leave they are entertaining.
Just for that, I'm only gonna tell you.
I was just kidding, tell me too.
Do you know the children's book called A Single Dark Light?
Of course, I remember it being read to us in kindergarten. What's it about?
It's about the guardian who watches over our village. Of course, the same one that supposedly resides in the temple in the forest. They say it prevents the evil spirits from turning our dreams into nightmares. And if you're lucky enough to dream of mist, you're actually seeing the guardian at work. If the evil spirits aren't purified, they'll slowly possess your body. And one day, you won't be able to wake up. Instead, the spirits will move your body around and steal your identity.
That's an interesting theory, Ikuya. How can you tell whether or not someone has been possessed?
Well, they probably act differently than usual, right? Speaking of which, I saw someone walk up a wall the other day. Like, there were no wires, and it completely defied gravity.
That doesn't make any sense.
Let me draw it for you.
It's Achiro. Ikuya grabs a piece of paper and a pen from her bag. Yoji and I exchange skeptical glances before watching her draw. Things only become more confusing when we see the finished product. I get that possessed people act oddly, but this is beyond my expectations. Now that I think about it, Jin told me Sachiro was a spirit in disguise. Maybe this is what he meant. Then again, he never did anything that's called supernatural. I shouldn't jump to conclusions. If there are people who can do things like that, the police will need to change their investigative methods. I just hope Dad will believe me. Does the precinct have a supernatural hunting unit? Yoji looks at me as if I am crazy before shaking his head and glancing at Ikuya, who seems equally baffled.
That would be interesting. I saw this in the advertisements looking for exorcists.
I don't think these were posted by the police. They were probably from a church or an occultist group.
Either way, it'd be cool if they could exorcise the evil spirits or other people.
As I walked down the hall heading home, I noticed Kaichi, recalling that Shane said Kaichi suspected me for murder. I tried to blend in with the other students as I passed him. Sachiro has not came back today either. Perhaps I should start looking for him. The first location that comes to mind is the park. He used to go there often, but it may not be safe if Shane is skulking around. I decided to check it out just in case. I found several homeless people napping on the benches, but there is no sign of Sachiro. Since it is still early, I look elsewhere. 2 more days pass. Although I have been searching non-stop for Sachiro after school, he is nowhere to be found. Did Chen already catch him? I should pay him a visit to check. He might not tell me the truth, but it's worth a try. On my way to Chen's place, I bump into Ikuya. Hi Ikuya, what are you doing here so late? She greets me with sleepy eyes and a yawn.
Ikuya is sick, so I had to get him medicine. I want him not to overwork himself, but that boy just wouldn't listen.
Poor you, always having to take care of your brother.
I don't really mind. We're siblings after all.
You're the one always running errands, though he should move his lazy butt once in a while.
He has social anxiety. He's fine with me and family, but not with strangers. He never told me, but I can sense it. Twins intuition.
Oh, it's her twin. I didn't know that. I knew it was her brother, but I didn't know it was her twin. Last time I saw him, he looked fine.
He's good at hiding his feelings. I don't think he's even seen his friends in a while. It might sound serious from the way I describe it, but it's not that bad. It just needs a gentle push forward.
True, if you avoid others, it will only become worse. If you need any help, I'll jump right in.
Thank you. Anyway, are you making a grass area run?
No, I'm looking for someone.
May I ask who?
A boy named Sachiro. I met him a few weeks ago, but now he's disappeared. I'm worried something might have happened to him. Have you seen a boy in a striped blue t-shirt and orange scarf? He appears to be around 12 years old, and you can't miss his silver hair.
Oddly enough, that does ring a bell.
Really? A few minutes ago, I saw a boy like that in the park.
Maybe he is still there.
I rarely thank Ikoya before rushing to the park. While I searched the area, I tried to catch my breath. Boy with an orange scarf, where is he? When I noticed a boy sitting on a nearby hammock, I beam. Sachiro! He raises his head and glances at me. Huh? And you? Well, tears begin falling down his cheeks, and he wiped them away with his scarf. I pull him into a gentle embrace. Where have you been? I was worried something might have happened to you. I'm sorry. Really sorry. Everything is alright now. Let's go home.
What if Change comes back and I cause you more trouble?
He hasn't been back since last time. I don't think you need to worry. If you say so. I hold Sachiro's hand and we walk home together. Occasionally, I check on him and I notice that his mood still looks down. I want to cheer him up with something. Sachiro, do you like ice cream?
Even though I worked in an ice cream shop, I never tasted them. They're like pretty delicious, from what I've seen.
Well then, let's go to Saga's ice cream store. They have many flavors to choose from. The store is not far from here. Once it is inside, Sachiro skips ahead. He stares at the colorful lineup of ice creams, almost drooling. What would you like, Sachiro?
There's soy sauce, seaweed, squid ink, bitter melon, and ghost pepper.
You picked the strangest flavors. These are not really what I'd recommend.
What are you going for?
Cherry blossom. It's tasty as it looks. Sachiro walks back and forth, looking at the rows. He has a hard time to decide. You can choose multiple flavors if you want, so long as you finish them all.
Really?
French red bean cake and mochi flavor. Citra digs into his treats right after we leave the store. He seems to like all the flavors he'd picked. I offer him a taste of mine.
Do you not mind? Thank you!
His eyes sparkle up once tasting the pink ice cream. Seeing him happy again was me.
It's delicious! Next time I will pick that one.
With the ice cream's gone, we're slowly moving towards home. Okay, let me just take a little break. Okay. This, okay. I will just take a little break. I need to drink so much, like I can't. So yeah, little break. Okay, let me. Two thoughts. And we're at that. Okay. Okay, this, or the color, because we thought nothing like this. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let me also save the game really quickly. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. I come back.
I'm back. Yeah.
Oh. Here we go. Okay. No, that's not what I want to do. Okay. And this. Yeah, let's go.
Why don't you go take a shower? I'll prepare a change of clothes for you. You're really kind.
Satoru finishes his shower while I'm preparing lunch. He watches me as I finish cooking, practically drilling all the while.
Will you teach me this sometime?
Huh, sudden interest in trying out recipes?
Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach him to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. I want to learn a lot of things. Not only for myself, but I want to help you too.
Sure then. By the way, where do you go after you ran away anyway?
I hid in the back, but I moved around sporadically just to be safe.
Oh, you must be pretty good at hiding if you weren't found. What with all of the offices in the area?
It sure wasn't easy to keep out of sight.
That reminds me, what if we got help from the police? They could help us investigate your background, and you could get some more of the missing pieces that way.
To be honest, I already remember the big part of my past. It only happened recently, but it sounds too weird. I don't really want to say it. I think I am dead.
I raised my eyebrow and squeezed Sachira's cheeks.
Oh, what was that for?
For a dead person, you have really squishy cheeks. You're 100% alive. Jane tried to tell me something like that too. There must just be another missing piece. Don't worry, it will all make sense soon.
But I can see weird creatures that no one else can. Wouldn't it make sense that only spirits can see others of their kind?
No, the live people claim to see ghosts, but that doesn't mean they're ghosts too.
I've been seeing more and more of them. I know it sounds strange, but I've seen enough. I know they're real.
It's possible you're just seeing bits from your past. I've had these sort of things happen sometimes. When a loved one passes away, you start seeing them everywhere, but it's not really them. Maybe you're starting to see them because you're processing the loss.
No, I can see spirits, and they caused me amnesia.
Okay, let me... 2 seconds. I need to close the door. Sorry, I forgot.
Moving around with a blade, what a great feeling.
Feeling like Queen with lots.
Besides, they're evil. I've seen them follow people around and then the same people always show up as missing persons in the newspaper. A few days later, those people weren't when I tried to save them.
Are you telling me spirits are beyond the murders?
I mean, I didn't always see what happens, but they followed people around, people who went missing.
Okay.
Maybe I've risen from the dead, and that's why I can see all of these creatures. Sachira, you're not making any sense. The supernatural doesn't make sense to begin with.
True. Spirits would be able to distinguish themselves from humans. They don't even have physical bodies. How could they hurt anyone? Just overthink it, alright? It will mess with your head and then you'll start believing everything you hear. Aren't you trying to convince him otherwise because you're afraid, main character? Maybe, actually, we're doing that right now. I let out a sigh and ruffled the boy's hair. Recently, I've been feeling quite like I'm racing against the clock to find my memories, and if I lose, I still don't even know what I'm looking for. There are words stuck in my head, but no visual to go with them. You'll remember everything soon. It's not like you have Alzheimer's, so it won't get worse if it takes a bit longer. People don't live forever, though, do they? When my end comes, I may not have done everything I wanted to, now done with regrets. I could die without even knowing who I am, so at least self-discovery is a goal, right? Such your words resonate with me. There became silence. All he did was state the obvious, yet I'm not realizing I, too, have been spending my days dwelling on mere possibilities. I'm sorry for going on and on about myself. I want to hear what it goes out too. That's okay. Hearing your stories makes me more excited to help you. I'm not a goal setter for the most part. I'm not used to having anything crazy to work towards. Until I met you, I was stuck in a loop of been there, done that. My life wasn't satisfying and boring. But your motivation inspired me. Even if I don't have any personal goals, at least I can help you accomplish yours. Maybe I'll find my own goals along the way. Sachiro pressed the palms of his hand against his cheeks and beams, the shimmering in his eyes even brighter than on the day we first met. Thank you for not giving up on me. I gently rubbed my arms around Sachiro and stroked his back. He closed his eyes and returned the embrace, the warmth of his body relaxing me. I am relieved to have finally located Sachiro. Even if the time of our parting may be on the horizon, I want to help him for as long as I am allowed. Okay. Next night, I wake up shivering. I look around, but there is nothing. Even my window and door are closed. Hey, an unfamiliar voice echoed through the room. Are you guilty? The masculine voice bringing me goosebumps. I jump out of bed and try to look at the person behind it. Suddenly, the shadows around me begin to rub as if the moonlight has shifted. What is going on? Loudness rang out from behind me, so I spin around. There, a tall blonde man is staring at me. Who are? In a blink, his body becomes black smoke and dissipates. With a hand rests on my shoulder, I stumble forward in shock. We've met before, haven't we? My name is Kaichi. After looking closely, I can see the similarities between the boy from schools and this man. The shadow hairstyle and I have the very same green eyes. I know you have many questions, but save them for later. I'm a Shinigami. This will be an honor I came to visit you myself. I first thought the word Shinigami. I love the story about Shinigami and well, story to be maybe in code, but I don't know what Shinigami is. Let me Google it because it doesn't seem to explain it in the game. Shinigami. Oh, okay. Shinigami are kami that invites humans toward death in certain aspects of Japanese religion and culture. Shinigami have been described as monsters, helpers, and creatures of darkness. Shinigami are used for tales in religion and Japanese culture. Okay. So it's linked with death, right? Okay. In any case, I believe you're guilty of many crimes. And you've come to do what exactly? Kill me? Perhaps, luckily for you, I'm a gentleman, so I'll permit the lady to verbally defend herself. Answer 3 questions. If I like at least 2 of your answers, you can live a little longer. Personal space! What has those highs? You know what? Forget about personal space anyway. The man walks towards me and raises my chin. With the tip of his fingers, his deep green eyes boring into mine. For a moment they almost seem to glow red. It's orange, but anyway. But if I don't like your answers, you'll become my midnight snack. I look away and try to slow my racing thoughts. When Keiichi sees the fear in my eyes, he gently pats the top of my head. Am I scaring you? You know, compared to the other Shinigami, I've been much more human. If I didn't hate that other shieldish form of mine so much, I'd switch for you. Regardless, shall we begin the game? The man's grin does not make me feel less nervous. I want to run away, but escaping from death incarnate seems impossible. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can escape from death. When it's like this, I mean. Can you escape from death? It's another deep question. This game made me think too much, and I didn't thought it would make me think that much about life. Let's start with something easy. Have you ever committed a sin? What kind of question is that? Just answer me. What do we answer? I don't know. You know what? Let me. What's the name in English? Anyway, let me just do. Okay. Heads or tails? Is that what it's called? Yeah, heads or tail. Let's play tails or tail, okay? Pale is yes, fast is no. Okay, let's go. What did I say? Pale is yes. Okay, so it's yes. Yes. So honest. Well, next question. Have you been hunted so far? I don't know. What is this type of hunter? I don't know. Okay. Let's retry. Okay. Yes. I almost feel bad for you. Final question. Would you ever lie to the Grim Reaper's face in order to live? Maybe you. Ha! Never. I don't know. Okay, maybe. Koichi narrows his eyes and stares at me. Koichi rubs his chin and seems to be thinking. Did I pass? The man's lips remain sealed, but he answers me with a faint smile. Answer them honestly. Surely you know I'm not a murderer. I can hear the quivering in my own voice as I try to deny the heaviness filling the room. Koichi holds my gaze with mischief in his eyes as he takes off his earrings. It seems I choose a good time to visit. You can thank me later. Koichi clocks shaped earrings begin. 3, 2, 1. Koichi's clock-shaped earring begins ticking loudly, almost as if a timer has been set off. I didn't see this was a clock. Thought so smart. Before my eyes, it transformed into a large tree branch fashioned from steel, and the end of it forms into the blade of a sword. Wait, no, you can't! You can do this! Why? It's better to meet your end this way than to be consumed by the spirits. Unlike the alternative, this will at least be a painless death. I wish you luck in your next life. Even though I cannot understand what Koichi is trying to say, goosebumps cover my body. My legs move on their own, forcing me to run to the door, but before I can escape, two strong arms wrap themselves around my waist. My head jerks upwards, causing our eyes to meet, as I lean closer to my ear and whispers, "Where are you going, little hare? I love to play, but work comes first." Help! A man's hand muffles my scream while branches appear out of nowhere and entangle me. Before you go, let me leave you a fun fact. Even if you'd walked a different path from the very beginning, you'd have died in another horrific way. Your survival is a gamble in itself. In any case, I do hope the curse ends with this generation. Good night, little hare. What curse? In what ways would I die? This is already beyond my wildest nightmares. Now I understand why the crimes investigator were having so many problems. With a supernatural creature as the perpetrator, no one could ever find the truth. Koichi jaws in my face before forcing me to look up. Something cold slides across my neck, and warm blood flows down my skin, soaking into my clothes. Sachiro, I'm sorry. Death and 5. Achievement, I should have lied. Huh, okay. No, we know what to do. Yeah, so we have the first ant. Do we try now to have the other ant with Sachiro? Because I have something here. Let me just... Oh, it's not that far. Let me... Okay. Because that was the first death. Oh my god, death. Oh! No. I should have saved before, right? Okay, let me save here because if we fuck this up, at least it will be easier. I like this form of him. No, we will lie. I want to see. I want to know. Okay, just answer me. What was the question? Oh yeah, I have to answer no. Oh, interesting. Well, next question. Have you been entering so far? No. I see. Would you ever lie to the Grim Reaper face in order to live? Ha, never. Koichi chuckles and my turn nods slowly. I've been honest. I feel well lift off me. I build up the nerve to face Koichi. So did I pass? Koichi slowly rubs his chin in his eyebrow fur. Were you trying to fool me? You must be quite brave to stare death in the face always so boldly. Huh? In an instant, the man is in front of me. Linda is so close that I can feel his breath on my face. I jolt when he reaches out to touch me. Calm down, I wasn't going to do anything. On the contrary, I think I like you. For now, I'll let you leave. Yeah, I passed it. Thank you, the success. Really, thank you, the success. So, I'll gladly end your suffering if that's what you want. No thanks. Koichi chuckles at my reaction and pulls back. His presence still makes me uneasy. Can you at least tell me why you think I'm involved in the murders? I figured you might have been the knife, if not the killer. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, can you leave already? I want to make a request first. Huh? One of my conditions for letting you leave is that you need to help me. Why would a Shinigami who needs a human's help? Honestly, I'm not very good at tracking down my targets, and you know the village better than I do. I'm searching for someone who's gone missing. He couldn't have gotten very far from the village. Do you have a photo or description of him? I don't carry pictures of my targets. As for a description, well, he's a bloodthirsty tyrant. He dismembers his victim using 2 katana, and he's quite antisocial to boot. The last time I saw him, he was on death row. I believe he's escaped, and he's hiding somewhere in this area. He's asking me to track down a serial killer? You don't realize by the time I found him, I'll probably be dead, right? Huh? Don't worry, you're not his type. I'm going to kill this guy, right? Pretty smirks and holds her fingers up to his lips. That's a secret. If you find him, track me down at school and let me know. I'll see you around. With that, Koichi disappears into the shadows. I sit down on my bed and let it all sink in. I am one step closer to finding the culprit, but the situation is far worse than I expected. A bloodthirsty tyrant. If there was someone like that around here, I'd definitely know. Wait, Koichi is the only bloodthirsty tyrant I've seen? Is it possible he's covering up his own murders? Oh no, she's stupid again. No, dumb main character again. She's going dumb again. No, that can't be. Why pretend you don't know what's going on if you can just disappear into thin air anyway? It's not like anyone could catch him even if they knew. The door slowly opens. My adrenaline perks back up as I prepare to face Koichi again. Thank you. Citril peeks out from around the corner, looking worried. My shoulders drop and I start to realize just how scared I am. I had voices. Were you just talking to someone? No, I'm talking to myself. Yeah. You have to believe me, right? I press my hand into the soft mattress in an effort to still myself and reduce. Oh, I speak too fast. Sorry. I press my hands into the soft mattress in an effort to still myself and reduce the shaking in my voice. Sorry for waking you. Is everything okay? Yeah, why don't you come in? It doesn't seem like Koichi tried to do anything to Sashiro. Thank goodness. Should I tell him what happened? No, don't. Things are more dangerous than I first realized. I don't want to suspect the new residents, but I can't imagine anyone who's lived here their whole life doing something so atrocious either. Sashiro sits in front of me on the carpet, frowning. I've been so preoccupied that I didn't notice how you were feeling.
You don't need to apologize for anything, but thank you for worrying about me. This village must be very important to you. If listening to you helps, I'll always leave my ears open. His concern makes my earth ache. I frown at the thought of dragging the innocent into the mess ahead of me, but I am glad to have spoken with him. You should worry more about yourself right now, though. You're a prime suspect in the crimes. I said that out loud. I'm trying not to worry, hon. I guess you're right. We should get more sleep. Good night, Sashira. Yeah, good night. A few days later. We skipped that once. The police have passed through my neighborhood over the past few days, but Sachiro has still been staying inside. After he found my history textbook, he quickly became preoccupied with them. I thought they might be too difficult for him to read. Anyway, meanwhile I have been keeping an eye on the news. There does not seem to be any new information. There are not even any arrest warrants for Sachiro, despite him supposedly being a suspect. For a change of pace, I plan on visiting one of my friends today. It has been a long time since I visited Ikuya or Ryoji. Who should I call? Ryoji. Sorry, I prefer Ryoji to Ikuya. He's not as dumb as the main character. I pick up my cell phone and dial Ryoji's number. You have to wait several rings before I get an answer. Shinen residence, how may I help you? I want to order 5 dumplings, 1 beef steak and 10 onigiri, please. Oh, cute. What kind of weird combination of food is that? Oh, give me a break. You're the only one whose phone greeting always sounds like a takeout restaurant. Ah, ha, ha. Very funny. Who called us? Oh, it just didn't queue. Tell her to come over. I just made a whole lot of dumplings. Well, that's your dad. I didn't know he cooks. Well, you heard him yourself. I peeled off to the side and noticed that she was staring at me with curious eyes. I'm just talking to my friends. I always thought one. Why don't you bring them too? I don't think Dad was really paying attention in the kitchen, so we have a lot more dumplings than we can eat by ourselves. Are you sure? Of course, just come. I don't know anymore if it's a great idea. When I end the call, Sachiro tugs at my sleeve. Is it really okay for me to go with you? My friend would be happy to have you there. The boy smiles broadly before heading toward the stairs. But I thought you preferred to stay in during the day. Well, I don't want to miss this opportunity. Just don't push yourself, okay? I'll be alright. I know my limits. Well, if Ryoji's dad made a lot of food, I guess I don't need to bring anything with me. Then again, it's been a while since I was over. I should at least bring something small. Along the way to Ryoji's place, I noticed that the streets are quite crowded. I assume a festival or event of some kind is coming up. Sachiro and I decide to take a shortcut to get around the crowds. From the corner of my eye, I noticed 2 small shadows creep down an alleyway. My curiosity is piqued, but Sachiro grabbed my hand before I can investigate. You said we were supposed to go this way, right? Oh, right. Glance back at the boy pulls me along, and I see the shadows shift around again. Who are these shadows appearing in broad daylight? And the silhouettes don't look like any animals I know. My train of thought is interrupted when we reach a fork in the road. Which way should we go? Oh, I think the right. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. When we reach the Shinen residence, the aroma of species clears my head.
Hey, great timing. Dad just finished cooking. This your friend. What's his name?
I'm Sachira. Nice to meet you.
Likewise, my name is Ryoji. Oh no, Ryoji is not dumb. He will remember that I wanted him to search about Sachiro. The three of us sit ourselves in the living room. Not long after, Ryoji's dad walks into the room. Well, it's been a while. I hope you've been doing okay. Hey, Mr. Shinen. I have, thanks for asking. Man put down a large plate of dumpling before exchanging greeting with Sachiro. Ryoji retrieved the drinks for us, and I finally glanced at the oddly shaped dumpling, each a different size. I did my best on the shapes, but I didn't know what you liked. Ryoji made the larger ones himself. That is better than the look. I grab a dumpling from the top of the pile, and Sachiro follows my example. When I bite down, the savory filling melts in my mouth.
Isn't this a recipe normally used for offerings at temples?
Yeah, in our case, at least, we sometimes offer them at the temple in memory of my mom. But this recipe is just something shared between NQ's families and mine. How could you tell?
It smells familiar, I guess.
By the way, Mr. Shinen, how are the investigations going? Mr. Shinen's brow furrows slightly. He swallows his dumpling before answering. Slowly, we have a few teams working on the case, but we still haven't found the culprit. I've gone through the list of all the recent residents, but none of them are suspicious. I mean, someone around here has to be the cause of this, but it's as if we're chasing a ghost. Speaking of new residents, didn't you ask me about Sachiro once, didn't you?
Did I?
Huh? I mean, that boy? Not that you mentioned it, I've never seen him around before.
Well, truth be told, I've lost most of my memories. I've forgotten about my family, and nobody else recognizes me either.
This reminds me of a case from a GK ago. One day, a child wandered into the village, but he didn't seem to have any family whatsoever. He was later adopted by a local family, thankfully. It was a sad story with a happy ending. Say, Sachiro, if you remember anything about your relative, tell me and I'll see what I can do to help you find them. Sachiro blinks innocently, speechless. Tears begin to well up in his eyes. Embarrassed, he rubs them away.
I'm a bit overwhelmed by your kindness. Before I met you, I thought I had no place to go. I was always alone. But now, I don't know what to say.
I gently pat Sachiro on the back and give him a smile.
There, you'll be fine.
If you need somewhere to stay, you're welcome to come here. Don't worry, you're staying with me right now. Let us know if you need help. Do you like the Do you like the dumpling? Let me pack some for you to take home. Thank you, Mr. Shinen. We spent the rest of the day chatting. Ryoji's dad had the day off, so he cheerily joined us. He was always a workaholic. Lately, he has been spending more time with Ryoji. Our conversation shifts more from the good old times to the recent murders. We've assigned a patrol to the Haikyuu neighborhood, if you haven't already noticed. Oh, I just thought, if we went to Ikuya house, it could have been more dangerous because there is her brother, right? Her twin brother. I think, in a way, it's better like that because they don't believe into ghosts. So I think it's better in this family. Well, we did have an incident with Shane recently. He tried to arrest Sachiro. I'm sorry, that man never listened to his orders. He must realize Sachiro wasn't registered as a resident before we did. I'll do what I can to make sure he leaves you two alone from now on. That the police force considered asking Prius to help with the investigation yet? Oh, about that. I actually think that's a good idea too. You might not believe me, but I was almost killed by someone who claimed to be a Shinigami. You're like, game on, game girl. Damn. I want to be killed by a Shinigami. What? Too hard for my brain. Like, what's the name again? Shinigami myself. No? I told you, I'm dumb, but I think too much. I'm a dumb who think too much. I clutched my skirt. Last night. Should I tell them it was Koichi? Would they even believe me? Okay, I promise we're going to tighten the security in the village. I can't guarantee involving prayers will improve the situation, but I think it was a try at this point. To be honest, I can't believe something like that happened to you. How did you even get out alive? I managed to convince him to let me live somehow. Hey, I was just lucky, I guess. Would Koichi kill me if I let anyone else in on his mention for the bloodthirsty tyrant? I tried to reassure them, but they are all clearly worried about me. Sachiro does not say anything, but he seems to also feel guilty that he could not help me while it was happening. It's not like Sachiro could have done anything anyway. I'm only glad he wasn't put in danger too. Anyway. Yeah. Before the sun set, Sachiro and I head home. He seemed to have enjoyed visiting my friend, but now something seems to be on his mind. Is something troubling you? No. It's just that some pieces of memory suddenly came back. They weren't very important there. Every piece is important. Tell me. I had a wish fulfilled, but I don't remember what it was. Maybe it has something to do with my memory loss. I can't believe I wish to forget everything. What awful thing could have happened in the past? What if you sacrificed your memory to make your wish come true? Maybe. When we turned the bend, Koichi is next to us, walking down a perpendicular road. My breath tops. I hope he has not noticed us, but he stops right in front of us and turns slowly. He smirks at me, but then his gaze shifts to Sachiro. When will your time be up? The words only confused Sachiro. The blonde boy checked us before leaving. My time? Wait. That's right, I don't have much time left. But when is the deadline? But when do I need to remember? I need to remember! Multiple emotions show across his face. I ran my arms around the boy, pulling him into a tight hug. He is shaking and his breathing is irregular, but I hold him until he starts to calm down. The energy seems to drain out of his limbs, and he leans against me for support. Thank you. He rests his lips near my ear. I wait for him to speak, but he simply remains silent. Koichi definitely knows something about whatever's going on. I pat him on the back and try to still the sense of foreboding I feel growing inside of me. Sachiro slowly backs away and gazes into my eyes.
Sorry, I'm not sure what came over me. I shouldn't waste time worrying about the unknown. I'm okay now. Thank you.
If there's everything on your mind, you can talk to me about it. The boys pull his cuffs up and beams. For the next few days, Sachiro rests at home. Don't you feel like getting some fresh air once in a while?
I do miss watching the bright, colorful sky and the night when the stars shine so brightly. They seem like they're erasing the world's very existence.
Why don't we go out this evening then? The police haven't been in the area for a while, so it should be safe.
Can we go to the temple again while we're at it? Last time we didn't stay long. There's something I want to check out again. It will be quick.
Alright, we probably need to take a different route this time though. Okay, I think I will do the temple story, come back, and after I will wrap up.
Yeah.
When the sun is about to set, Sachiro and I head out. Along the way, we bump into a familiar face. Hi, NQ. Koichi smirks. He notices Sachiro but appears to be ignoring him. Have you encountered anyone suspicious over the past few days? Nope, I've been trying to stay home as much as possible. Huh, as I thought. No worries, we still have time. So, where are you heading at this hour? No one in particular, we're just taking a walk. I see, you should be careful. Not that anyone's home is actually safer than the outdoors these days. I glare at the blonde, but he merely chuckles. He takes one step forward and rests a hand on Sachiro's shoulder. Well, NQ, have fun with your buddy. See you around. He tried to kill me, even kill me in the reality, and by the time we reached the temple, it has started to rain. The weather forecast didn't mention any rain, too bad I did not bring my umbrella. We rush in to take shelter, and I try to borrow the raindrops off my clothes. Sachiro smiles at me, trying to relieve my discouragement. So I just... okay.
The rain might stop by the time we're done. Let's not dwell on it.
You're right.
Last time we explored, I found a hidden room at the back of the hallway. There might be even more past that.
I run my flashlight beam along the dark walls and stop when I see something gleaming in the corner. Two large shit. It says Katana Line weight. Whoa, this... Oh, sorry.
Whoa, this was look beautiful.
Sachiro, didn't Koichi mention that the serial killer uses two katana to kill people? This temple is the perfect hideout for a criminal on the run. It can be a coincidence that these weapons are here. Don't touch this, Sachiro. Huh? I think we should. All of a sudden, the floorboards creak behind us. I shut off my flashlight immediately and push Sachiro into the next room, hoping nobody has detected our presence. My heart beats rapidly when I see a shadow walk in front of the sealed paper doors. In the following silence, I cannot even hear the sound of breathing. The figure stops by the end of the door and takes a deep breath. I glance over at Sachiro, but only I am shivering in fear. The door slides open. It's okay. It was so scary. Keiichi is standing there, stuck to the bone. Oh, there you are. I'm not sure if I feel relieved or terrified. I don't know, do you? I don't know if you can see it, but I have a success called what's about all this around on this route. Oh my god, when the shadows stared at us and just keep closer, I was so scared. I didn't say anything, but I was like, oh my god, no, not again. I didn't save. You can't understand. So I was yeah, too. I'm not sure if I feel revealed or terrified. I don't know, at this moment I'm relieved. Satoru turns to me confused. Did you seriously follow us the whole way here? I'm glad I ran into you earlier. Who knows how long it would have taken me to find you again? What are you talking about? What does it mean, Satoru?
I don't know either. Keiichi, was it? I don't think we're familiar with each other.
I have no idea what happened to you, but maybe I can help you remember something. Keiichi's earring morphs into a scythe. No, not his earring. No, I don't like what it's involving with his earrings. That's not a good sign. What are you doing? I'm just repaying a favor. Everything happened so quickly. Keiichi is suddenly standing next to me. When I turn, Satoru is on his knees, and the scythe is piercing through his chest. Before I can react, Keiichi has already pulled his weapon out of his body. Satoru stared at the wound in shock. His chest stained wine red. I call out his name and reach out to catch him with my unsteady hands before he slumps over.
Why did you do this, Keiichi?
Don't worry, he won't die from that. I avoided his vital organs. As for the why, I figured stabbing him would help jog his memory. Sorry for not being a gentle. It is okay, Enkyu. Satoru manages to sit up and press his hand over the bloody gash on his chest. He takes a few deep breaths before speaking again.
Sorry for worrying you. It hurts, but I can endure it. No, you can't. We need to get...
The boy leans forward, and I feel his arms around me.
Eh?
I pull back and notice his apologetic smile. Even if that was meant to calm me down, it only heightened my confusion.
It really worked. A lot of my memories have returned.
Before I can say anything, my body starts to feel heavy, and my vision becomes blurry. I collapse right into Satoru's arms.
Why did you do that?
She needs to rest. We have some things to discuss. Chapter 3 Awakening. We will stop here. The Chapter 3 Awakening. Oh? Oh? What? Day 333? It's like a year after. No, a year. Almost a year. It's like for day 23, it's like 9 months. That's not surprising, not gonna lie. Okay. But the surprise can wait next week, right? Right? It can wait, right? Cliffhanger! Okay, I like cliffhangers. No, it's... Well, it depends. Sometimes it's exciting to have cliffhangers, so... Here we go. Cliffhangers for you. Let me... do chapter 3 next time. happen. It was great, wasn't it? So let me go on this